Hey everybody, Texonic here, and welcome back to another episode on the Arzirian server. Now, if you guys saw last episode, you would know that we pulled a prank on this guy right here, Krusty Payton, and it seems it did not take too long for us to get pranked back. Now, I asked Payton if this was like his retaliation prank on us, but he said he actually didn't do this, so I'm not sure if this was like Gray or maybe Tekix, somebody else, I'm not sure. But as you can see, careful now. Nether is here. So yeah, somebody came over and they just like spammed all this weird stuff all over the place. So yeah, I really don't know who did it. Like I said, that maybe Peyton's lying. It might have been him. Might have actually been him, and he's just trying to mess with me or something. But anyways, so I guess we're just gonna clean that up real quick. Also, as you can see, there hasn't been any more work done on the barn yet. I'm planning on doing a live stream later tonight to do a bit more work on it, but by the time you guys are seeing this video, that live stream will already be over. So I'm not sure if the barn will be that much more completed by the end of this episode or not, because if I get it all this recorded before the live stream, then it's obviously not going to look any different. But we'll just kind of see. But anyways, guys, so speaking of the Nether, kind of convenient that this was the prank that was pulled on us. I'm thinking today I want to start doing some work on the Nether Hub, and I don't necessarily plan on having this just be a project that I do by myself. I'd like to get a lot more people that are on the server involved in this project as well, so that we can all kind of work on it together, get people active and doing some things on here. So I have a few basic ideas for what I want to do with it. Of course, I'll kind of start like the main kind of theme or whatever that I think, or like the image that I have in mind. And then if people want to kind of join in and help out with it, then they're definitely more than welcome to do so. And let's see, we gotta get a bit more materials here. But yeah, so that's kind of like the main idea though. And hopefully like by the end of it we can kind of have like a really like nice, well put together Nether Hub. So I'm just going to kind of finish cleaning up that Nether area outside, and then I will see you guys once that is completed. Alright guys, so here we are in our Nether Hub area. So as you can see, we just kind of have like a really big platform out here where all the portals are at. And then if you go up this little staircase thing right here, then this is like the main portal that takes you into the town. So kind of what my idea is for right now is I want to have like I'm going to move this portal over just a little bit. But we want to have like the main town portal as kind of like the main center area for this hub. So it'll kind of be like up here, and then we'll go down on like a big staircase, and then all of the player portals will be down here in this area. So that's kind of what we're going to be going for in a sense. And then we're going to do something more with these tunnels and everything. We're going to make them a lot better. We'll probably make the ice at least 2 wide, so then that way we can use boats to get across them, which will be a lot better than just like jumping, because then you use up like a lot of food and all that. But yeah, so I think what we're going to do first is we're just going to kind of clear out this area right here, so then that way we have room to make our giant staircase down to the platform, and then we also have to center it up. So I'm just going to do that for right now, and then I will get back with you guys once that is completed. Alright guys, so I have that area cleared out now. So I have the area right here centered up for where we're going to put our main portal for the town. We're going to make it pretty big just so that it's kind of clear that this is like the main portal on the server. So I think we'll go up at least, let's see, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think we're going to go up 6 just to make the portal a bit more tall than it is wide. And then we just got to build it across here. Let's see, there we go. There we go, and there we go. Alright, so now we just have to light it up, and there we go. So, sweet. So now we have our main town portal rebuilt. And then going down straight from here, we're going to have our staircase that leads into here. And kind of what my idea is this area in between these two portals will kind of be like the main hall, like the main like hallway. And then we might possibly have like some we might make it like hallways that kind of branch out in different directions. That, or we may kind of try to keep it as an open area, but I'm not quite sure yet. If we do, we're going to have to move around the portals a little bit just for the sake of making building the place easier. But so first things first, though, we are going to do our staircase. So kind of what my idea for that is that we're going to have cobblestone stairs going down the center, and then we'll have stone brick stairs off to the side. So that's what we're going to kind of try to attempt here real quick. So I think what I'm going to want to do is we'll have the cobblestone stairs be 5 wide, and then we'll have the stone brick stairs just be 2 wide across. So okay, let me see here if I can actually get this. And I'm not quite sure if we want to have a just kind of like a straight down staircase like this, or if we actually want to do a bit more of a fancy shape with it, because we might try to extend it a little bit, although I don't know if we can with my portal right here unless we move it a little bit. I guess we'll try it like this first and just kind of see how it looks, and then we'll just kind of go from there. Alright, so this is what it looks like if we just do a regular staircase, and I definitely think, for one thing, I think this is too wide, and also it's too boring, I think. So I do definitely want to do a bit of a more of a fancy shape with it. So we're going to tear this out right here, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to add a bit of depth into this staircase. So let's see. So first things first, we need to take this out, and we're going to replace it with stone brick later on. But I think we'll kind of actually do the stone bricks as a bit more of like somewhat like a railing. And then here off to the side, let's see. So I have some slabs with me. So I want to try to see how much of a design we can do here. So let's see if we have brick right here, or well, just regular cobblestone. Alright, so let's see about this. We can probably pull this out a little bit. Maybe we can do something along these lines where we have a block, some blocks and then a stair. Yeah, I definitely think we can make that work. So actually, let's take this out, and then we'll kind of reshape this a little bit. And actually, I'm kind of thinking, like I said, we'll have to kind of play around with the design a little bit, but we might actually switch over to stone brick and andesite for this area instead. It might look a little bit better, but we're just going to kind of just see after doing a bit of experimenting here. Alright, so that goes there, and then a stair. Alright, so that's going to be kind of the new shape of our staircase because it just adds a bit more depth into the whole thing. And already looking at this, I definitely think I want to switch this out to andesite and stone brick because I think it'll just look a lot better. So I'm going to actually go grab some andesite real quick from our storage room. So this right here then, we can have all of this be andesite, like this, and then stone brick. And I think actually we'll do something like this, where we'll have the stairs kind of curve like that. Let's break these. Okay. And alright. And so we just kind of continue this design up to the top. So we'll rip all this out again real quick. And then we'll just kind of mess around and see how this looks. Alright, so here we go. So we copied the design up to the top, and then I added in another layer over on this side, put in some slabs. So as you can see, this definitely just makes the staircase have a much more interesting look to it. So then what we're going to do next is we're going to now add in the railing. And I think we're going to use stone brick for that. So actually, wait, I'm already doing this wrong, I realized. So we need stone brick stairs is what we need. So we'll start out like this, and then we'll kind of just keep making our way up. In this kind of fashion. Oh, we need to actually add in some slabs here too. There we go. Alright, so then alright, here we go. And I think for, yeah, every spot where there's a slab, we'll add in this stone brick railing thing. Okay, there we go. So now we have the stone brick railings in. Alright, so then I made some cobblestone walls here, as you can see. So then we're going to go through and we're just going to place these in along the top right here. And I think actually one of the ways I want to finish this off is I want to throw in some carpet on this staircase. So maybe like going down along here on top of this andesite, we'll have some carpet just to kind of throw in another color is the main idea. So I'll go grab some of that real quick from our storage room. Alright, so I got some carpet here, so we'll just kind of test out how this looks going up across this spot right here on the sides. Yeah, and I definitely think that adds in a much needed splash of color to this area, since like, because a lot of these grays are like roughly the same color, so just adding in these carpet spots, just definitely kind of throw in like a darker shade of gray just to make it look nicer. And let's see, this is definitely going to be a lighting issue as well. So what if, here, I'll try it out on different parts of the staircase. So here, for this part, we'll have the middle part covered up, and we'll just kind of see what looks better. So this is what it looks like. Here, actually, we'll build up, get a better view of it. So that's what it looks like with the sides covered in carpet, and then that's what it looks like with the middle covered in carpet. Actually, let me get a bit of a closer look. Now, the perks of if we did this, we could hide some lighting under here just to make it more mob proof. And I don't think it looks bad necessarily, although I'm not sure if I like it more than this. So you guys can probably let me decide down in the comments as well. I'll just pick one for this episode, and then here, actually, let me try it out with some lighting. Alright, so I have some torches here now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some lighting behind the carpet like this. I'll probably switch this out to glowstone later if we do this, just because it's more solid. But alright, so let's see here. Yeah, so that's definitely a perk if we do that, is we can light it up. Although, yeah, definitely glowstone though, because otherwise we're going to have to deal with these little particles popping out of the staircase. So we might actually do the middle as carpet. If you guys like this, if you like it better with the sides as carpet, definitely let me know in the comments and we can switch back to that. Like I said, just kind of the main idea of this right now is that we can add in a bit of lighting here. But yeah, I mean, this might look a little bit better, but I don't know. But as you can see, we can't like put lighting right there though, unless we actually put a stair here instead. We could do that, although, yeah, I don't think I like that as much though. So we're gonna definitely stick with the slab on this one. But I'll go back, I'll get some glowstone, and then I will finish lighting up the staircase. Alright, here we go. So I went ahead and I put in the lighting for the staircase here. So as you can see, we now have glowstone instead of torches, so we don't have to deal with those particles popping out anymore. But I definitely think this is a good start to our Nether Hub, having our main staircase come down. It kind of just gives a basic layout of what we want to do, and then marks this as like the main portal for the server. But anyway, so I think the next step is going to be putting together like the hallways, like kind of making outlines for them and all that. So we'll probably have it go out a few blocks, and then in each direction we'll have like a hallway extend, and then we'll continue on this way as well. And then maybe in the back, that's where we can have kind of staircases going up, and then that'll lead into like a main lobby or something like that for all of the tunnels that we have going in all these different directions. We really want to kind of organize this so we have like a really nice transportation system for our Nether Hub, and just make it a lot easier and a lot more clear how to get around on the server. So yeah, I'll start marking out the hallways at this point. So I think what we want to do is we're going to have it go out a few blocks like this, and then let's see, probably kind of curve off like this, and then it'll go off in different directions like so. And we'll probably have the hallways be about 5 blocks wide, I'd say. I think that's definitely a good place to start, because this one's going to be, like I said, this one's going to be wider than all the other ones. So we're going to throw this here. And this is just kind of a temporary block. I don't know if we're going to actually use andesite or not. I just kind of want to get a basic layout for what it's going to look like once we're done with it. So I think this would go here, and then that would go there, right? Yeah, okay. We'll make a bit more polished andesite here. And then, so I think, yeah, like with Gray's portal, for example, we might, actually, no, I was going to say we'd move that over here, but I think what we'll do is we'll keep the hallway going like this, but then we'll extend these out a few more blocks, and then we will have these ones branch off as well, and then we can move Gray's portal over onto this hallway right here. Yeah, so this is kind of the main idea that I have. Like I said, any people on the server are definitely welcome to join in on this project as we start putting it together. But I think soon I'll probably start moving portals, kind of get some input from everybody else, see what they kind of think of the idea. But this is definitely, I think, a good start to our Nether Hub. So I'm going to do a bit more work on this, and I will get back with you guys once I am done with that. Alright guys, so I went ahead and did a bit more work here as I said I would. So as you can see, I moved the portals around so in that way they would fit in alongside the hallways. So we're just kind of doing this design where we just kind of push it back one block into the wall, and then we'll just like label the portals like so people know whose it is. And another thing that I did is I went through and I added in these staircases at the end of the hallways. And basically what these are going to do is they're going to kind of lead all the way up to like a second level, which will be where you access all the tunnels and all that. And I think I'm also going to add in a main like big staircase back here as well, which might have the same purpose, or I might do something else back here. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything that I did off camera. But yeah, so I think what we're going to do now though is we're just going to declare the official start of this project for everybody on the server, so that way they all know what we're doing. So we're going to announce this the same way that we did the first time we all built a Nether Hub together. So we're going to do hashtag colonizing the Nether. And then we're going to put anyone is welcome to join in on this project. And then we got to, of course, go with the slogan that we used when we first made the Nether Hub as well. Hashtag make the Nether great again. Which was, of course, started by our friend Dan. So we're going to bring that back. Hashtag make the Nether great again. And then we'll just put on the back another reference that Dan will get. Gotta get rid of those hashtag crooked gas. Aha. And then I guess we'll just add in construction zone. Alright, but yeah, so like I said, anybody on the server is welcome to join in on this project. If you have any ideas for things that you could want to add, you're more than welcome to do so. Specific designs, you could like have another area branch off and like add in some sort of like room or whatever. Like whatever you want to do. Like I said, this is kind of just a community project that we can all work together on and put together. But anyways, guys, I think the way that we're going to end off this episode here real quick is we're going to go back to our base and we're going to add in some new pathways now that we have our barn. So we need to have one that connects up to it, and it'll also be able to connect up to the village as well. So I'll show you what I mean here in a second once we get out of the house. So yeah, like right here, as you can see, there's kind of this pathway that goes into the village. So what we're going to do real quick is we're just going to have the pathway kind of go along here a little bit, and it's going to connect up to this pathway right here. But then it'll also connect up to the entrance of the barn as well. And then at some point we'll probably do something with this path back here as well. We'll make a fancy one here too. But anyways, yeah, we're going to just quickly start breaking some blocks and kind of connect it up over this way. Yeah, so let's kind of see how this looks. So I'm just going to kind of tear out a bit more of this and start putting this together, and then I'll get back with you guys once I have a bit more of this completed. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I put in the main path here. So now what we need to do is we need to add in like a lot of this extra detail around here with like the vegetation and all that. So we're going to start out just by placing down some leaves. We'll also grab some jungle ones too for variety. So we just kind of go ahead and we just place them down in like some random patterns like this. Like I think we'll probably throw a couple right there as well. Just kind of have like some green vegetation like going around here. And it just adds in like a nice extra bit of detail to the paths. Okay, so let's see. And then so we need to go through. We need to add in some jungle leaves as well into these areas. It just kind of adds in a little bit of an extra texture. Just gives it a bit more detail, makes it look nicer and all that. So like I said, so we're just gonna do that real quick, and then we'll start throwing in the fences and the walls and all that. And then after that we're gonna start putting in the vegetation, like the grass and everything like that. Alright guys, so I got most of the leaves and the walls placed in, as well as the fences. So now what we do next is we just go through with some bone meal and we just kind of spam it down a little bit and get some tall grass going. And then after that, what we need to do is we need to go through and then remove all of the flowers that we get from the bone meal, because the flowers just honestly don't look that good with the paths and all that. As well as the other thing we're going to do, we're going to go through and we're just going to kind of hit some of this tall grass and make it double tall, just like to give a bit of variety. Okay, so yeah, so now we're just gonna go through. We're gonna pop out all these flowers because they just don't look good. And then I think the last step is then we're gonna go through and we're gonna add in some ferns, just for like an extra texture in there. Oh wait, we also have to go through and we have to kind of thin out some of the grass too, since this is like really thick. And yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of go through and just remove some of this stuff real quick, and then I'll get right back with you guys. Alright, so now for the final touch, we're just going to go through and add in some ferns, as I said, and then we'll make some of those double tall as well. Like I said, it just kind of throws in a bit of an extra texture in here that we can use, and just kind of gives the area a bit more needed detail. And then I think at that point, that is the last thing that we have to do. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So yeah, we're about done with this pathway right here, and let's see, we'll put one back here. Actually, let's throw tall grass right there as well, and there. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about good. We'll put one right there, and why not? We'll put one right there too. And then, all right, bone meal some of them. So let's see, you can be double tall. You can be double tall, and alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, so I think that'll do it for this pathway, so I think we can officially call this done. So that just definitely helps out a little bit, throwing in a bit of extra detail in here, making the area look a bit nicer. Oh, and it looks like the vines are about to grow in the barn too. I guess that's fine, it'll give it a bit more of a rustic look. Anyway. But yeah, so I think that's gonna be about all we have time for today. So thank you all for watching. Like I said, hopefully we can get a lot more people joined in on the Nether Hub project. But yeah, so anyways guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye guys.